Hey, how's it going? This is Melinda and welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk to you about recent pickups that I've added that I've been really enjoying lately. I'm also going to talk about a little bit of the negative side of making videos like this. Negative comments, negative feedback. I'm going to let you know how it really affects me and just have a discussion about that and why I make some of the decisions that I make for my channel. So stay tuned for that. So if you're not a subscriber to my channel, please subscribe, hit the like button, hit the notification bell. Everything you do helps me and I thank you so much in advance. And let me go ahead and get started by just giving a huge shout out to Eric Weinbender. We learned over the weekend that Eric, who is a vinyl community member, he has a channel. His channel started at a similar time as mine did. He was in a horrific car accident a little while back, and if you'd see the car and the condition of the car, he's very blessed to be alive, and I'm so thankful that he is. And even though his handsome face is still intact, he sustained some very serious injuries that are going to take a very long time to heal. He's got a long road ahead of him. I really feel for him. I know he's in a lot of pain. Eric, if you happen to see this video, you survived for a reason, because by the looks of your car, that was not a survivable accident. So you're here for a reason. Hang in there. We all love you, and hopefully in the future, I know there's a GoFundMe that's being started. It's very early yet. Once I know what his needs are and a GoFundMe page, or I'm going to leave a link if allowed, and hopefully maybe in the next week or two y'all can kind of think about it. If you pray for Eric, think about maybe giving a little money to help him out, because this is a horrific accident that's going to take a lot of rehabilitation, a lot of time off from work. It's just going to be a deal where he needs all the help he can get. He'll never ask for it, but we want to help him out, because that's just us at the vinyl community. Some of the most generous people I've ever met are here in this vinyl community, and so we're going to help Eric as much as we can. And thank you so much for listening to that. Keep him in your prayers. Eric, hang in there. And now I'm going to go ahead and get started with my finds. It's kind of hard to transition from something so serious and something so important to something like this, but I'm going to go ahead because Eric has a passion for this as well. And this is beautiful records that sound wonderful. And this, the first two records are records that I received as a birthday gift from my husband. He was able to go to Toad Hall Books and Records, and Nick was gracious enough to give him a wonderful tour of the store, and my husband picked up some wonderful records for me there. So I really love this. Side by Side, Duke Ellington and Johnny Hodges. This is a beautiful 45 RPM 2 LP set from Analog Productions. Beautifully done, sounds great. I enjoy Duke Ellington, and this is a wonderful, wonderful record. Of course, it was from the Verve label. They did a really good job making it look original and yet having all of the wonderful QRP analog production treatment. A gorgeous record. And also, he bought this one for me, Bob Dylan, Oh Mercy. This is a Mobile Fidelity Sound Lab version. Sounds incredible. I didn't have anything from Bob Dylan from the 80s, so this is a very critically acclaimed album. And 45 RPM 2 LP set. My copy is number 3358. This is a really good later Bob Dylan record, so I love having that one in the collection. It was a wonderful gift. Thank you so much to my husband and also to Nick at Toad Hall Books and Records for your hospitality, and for also having these wonderful records that I now enjoy in my collection. And now a record that I really love and wanted to add in the collection because this is a special version of it. It's Eddie Money, and of course we see this one in the dollar bins all the time. It is a self-titled record with really great songs on here, but I went ahead, because Eddie Money and this album means so much to me, I went ahead and bought the 33 RPM version of it from Analog Productions. It got all the wonderful Analog Productions treatment, QRP pressing, sounds beautiful. It's straight from the analog tapes, and it does sound incredible. I love Eddie Money. The song Baby Hold On is one of the most iconic songs that from the 70s brings me right back to my childhood. I'm literally standing in my old house as a child when I hear the song Baby Hold On. It was all over the airwaves back in the day. Fabulous. Of course, Two Tickets to Paradise is on here too. There's a beautiful song on here, Save a Little Room in Your Heart for Me. I've always loved it, and now that Eddie's gone, I think it even affects me a little bit more, if that's possible. He had just this iconic, beautiful voice, and I love that as he was older and he was introducing himself to newer generations, he would say, hey, my name's Eddie Money. Your mother loves me. And, I'm paraphrasing him, but of course he said that, and that was pretty humorous. And I am a mom that loves Eddie Money. So this is a gorgeous copy of this record. Gatefold treatment. Love it. So hopefully Analog Productions will release more rock records like that because I really enjoy it. Now the next record I'm going to show is one that I want to have an original of. I'm still holding out hope that someday I will have one. But in the meantime, this is a beautiful reproduction of a very cool record. Alice Cooper's School's Out. You never find an original in condition like this. And what makes this one really cool is it is very, very well done and just like the originals that came out. So I never thought I would say this comment on my channel, but look, I got the pink panties. I think it's really cool because they came in all different colors. I love the pink panty version. And hopefully someday I want to get an original of this that still has the panties in it and all of the goodies. It's a desk. Friday Music did this. It's a fantastic job, and it's a great addition. I did not have the album at all. I love Alice Cooper, and I need to have more of his records in my collection. They're just usually pretty abused. The next record I'm going to show, totally opposite of Alice Cooper, which is a rockin' heavy album. This one is very beautiful, sonically gorgeous. It is called El Nuclear by J. Scott Bergman. I love the cover art. It's very black and white, simplistic in a good way. It's elegant looking. And this is a beautiful record that J. Scott Bergman sent to me. And I would have never known about it had he not done that. I'm so thankful he did. It is from Pacific Records, which is, there's a website where you can buy this record. It's so beautiful. And you guys, I had probably the hardest week at work last week. I was absolutely tired to the bone. It was a hard week. And coming home and being able to play this record, it just was so soothing, so beautiful. His voice is just buttery smooth, beautiful. He can put a little grit into it. The song For Cornell has some grit to it, and he belts it out pretty good on that one. But most of the time his voice is just a very velvety, comforting, beautiful voice. He wrote the songs, produced and mixed, and sang everything, and it's fantastic. So my standouts, which they're all good, all of the songs are good, but I really love American Standard 1, the intro to the album. I love For Cornell, What's Going to Happen, the Locket song. There's a song on here called 1111, which is very special because his mom was born on November 11th. She died when he was very young, and when he sees that time, sometimes when he's looking up at a clock and he sees that's what time it is, it's like a personal message from his mom, and he wrote about it in a beautiful song. Gab and John is gorgeous. Old Man's Coat is very reflective, and I really love it too. And then there's a very short song here at the end that ties it up, American Standard 2. So I love this record. Here is the label, which I think is very clever. It says El Nuclear and nothing else. Again, that simplistic artwork is gorgeous, but they put the A there so you know what side A is, which I think is very clever and I really appreciate. And he was kind enough also to send me a wonderful autographed CD. So I know you can listen to this album on Bandcamp. It's a really beautiful record. You can purchase it off of pacificrecords.com, and I will leave a link below so you can give it a listen. It's really terrific. And now I'm kind of going from something very elegant and very beautiful to something kind of more on the cheesy level. You all know I've shown Debbie Gibson on my channel. I showed last week a Kiss album that was put together with electrical tape. Well, this week, this is a record that I enjoyed as a teenager. This is Samantha Fox, Touch Me. And I did not have the actual official cassette of this, but a friend of mine gave me a blank tape that had the songs on it, so I wore it out in my car. Of course, the song Touch Me was the radio hit, but I loved all of her songs. I'm All You Need, Susie Don't Leave You With Me With Your Boyfriend, Hold On Tight was fun. Just a really good record. And even if you don't necessarily like the music, come on guys, you know you love the cover, right? So it was on Jive Records. That was just a high school treat for me that I really enjoyed and wanted to get back in the collection, and I found a beautiful copy of it. And finally, here is a wonderful record called Close to the Edge by Yes. This is something that so many of you have recommended that I pick up. And I've seen it a lot in the bins, but it's always kind of rough looking. I wanted to get a really clean copy. Prog rock is can have some really quiet passages. You want to have a really clean version. And so I found this one on the Barnes & Noble website. It is cut from the original analog master tapes by Chris Bellman. So that's a very good indication that it was going to sound great, and it does. So I love having this one. You guys were right on the money. This is a fantastic record. Thank you so much for your suggestion. I love it. And now I want to take a few minutes to address negative comments that come on my channel. And I have so many wonderful people that leave comments on my channel. I appreciate them so much, and I just tend to be more of a happy kind of person anyway, especially when it comes to vinyl records and making these videos and talking about music. It just automatically puts me in a really good mood. So I tend to be a little bit on the happy side. So when someone that I've never met, who I've never seen their name before, never interacted with at all, just comes on my channel to say, I just don't like you, it really doesn't affect me in the way that you might think it does. If anything, it kind of has the opposite effect, because something like that is so impersonal. And I think, wow, it really takes a special kind of person to go on a stranger's, just tell a stranger, I don't like you. That what's really cool about it is the people who do watch my channel and that I do have relationships with respond and defend me. So if anything, that negative comment by someone I don't know reinforces wonderful feedback from the people I do know and care about. So I'll just let you in on a little secret. It doesn't bother me. It's okay. Now, don't get me wrong. If something's really raunchy or below the belt, I delete those comments. Otherwise, I leave them there, and occasionally someone like a really kind person that watches my channel on a weekly basis, he's called Audiophile Man, he stepped in and said some really nice things, and that means a whole lot more to me than someone who just, what I call drive-by shooting. They come on my channel and try to shoot me with a negative comment, and they really don't mean anything. They really don't even know what I'm about. But I will address a couple of criticisms that I think are maybe valid. For one, when I'm making my videos, I do tend to make videos about all different types of things when it comes to vinyl. And a lot of people don't like to use the word collecting when you're vinyl collecting. And I kind of agree. I don't really love that phrase. I don't consider myself a vinyl collector because I open every record, I play them, I mess up the value when I do that every single time. But I have a massive amount of vinyl, so I guess I am a vinyl collector. And sometimes I make videos about what I did today, records I've recently picked up, records that I love. I share memories of what these records mean to me, what music means to me. Occasionally I will talk about sound quality. And those, to me, when I watch other people make videos like that, they're very helpful. If I'm going to spend money on a record, I'd rather get the better sounding record. And sometimes you don't know that until you hear somebody else who loves vinyl share that information with you. Also, I talk about valuable vinyl, records that are going up in value. And a lot of people automatically just go, I don't really care what the value is. I just play them and I love them. It's not about the value of what my records are worth. It's about enjoying the records. And I agree 100%. You are so right on. However, there are records in my collection that I have picked up. And if it wasn't for watching vinyl videos that were made before I started making my videos, I would have missed out on some wonderful records that I found in record stores. Let me just show you real quick. First off, this record, The Beatles Yesterday and Today. You all know what this is. It is a Second State Butcher cover, and it's very valuable. And I found this at a record store from someone who should have probably been watching those valuable vinyl videos, because I got it for a steal of $30. If I had not seen other people like Mean Mr. Mayo and Beatle Brad discussing this record on their channel, I might have flipped through it and missed out on a deal of a lifetime. Same thing with something I just bought last week. Stone Temple Pilots. This is a 1994 version of their album Purple on purple vinyl. Had I not watched other people's videos to know that 90s albums can be valuable, maybe I would have just passed this one up not knowing what it was or not caring. So every aspect of the videos, everything I do really isn't, and don't get me wrong, I am no expert, but every video I do is to try to talk about and help others with their vinyl collecting, maybe learn some things myself, because some of the people who comment on my channel are very much more knowledgeable than I am. And it's really just to have an all-around discussion about all things vinyl. So thank you so much for watching, and I really appreciate it. Leave your comments and hit the notification bell, subscribe. Everything helps. I appreciate it so much. And I will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.